What up, Pete? Kellz. Live for the Refresh and Rebuild series for Speak Nation. Tonight we will be talking about refreshing and rebuilding your fashion. We know the seasons are about to change. Hey, Miss Kimberly. And, you can give your whole wardrobe a new look without spending much money at all. So we're going to get right on into the show. Oops. This is not Winfred. Anyway, my name is Kellye Johnson. I am the CEO of Kurvy Kitten Clothing, a clothing line that was started for plus size women, but now we have expanded into all sizes. So I have sizes from size extra small up to 6X on a lot of pieces. So with that being said, that's why I thought I could give you some tips on fashion, on your wardrobe. That's usually my passion and my job around here. So we're going to get on into it. See. So probably the first thing I'll talk about is just overall tips for updating your closet for literally no money. When we think about a new wardrobe or, a new, style, we always think that we have to go to the store and we have to buy things, but you don't. So one of the first tips that I thought was really neat, and I haven't really done one yet, but I thought about it, and me and my sisters do this a lot. One of my older sisters and my mother, for that matter, are shopaholics. So anytime we all get together, we host a clothes and accessories swap. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be anything public either. It could be, you and family. Just have everyone bring their own clothes, and then you'll basically, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to pull up some stuff. You'll swap out different items. For example, me and my sister, usually it's more of a giving, but we'll swap sometimes. We'll swap out jewelry a lot. So I also have some tips at the end of the show that'll tell you about places that you can actually, you hear about the different drop boxes or subscription boxes. They actually have one for jewelry now. I didn't know about that. So that's something I found for you guys. I want to share here a little later. But yes, host a clothes and accessory swap. The next time you and your girlfriends are getting together, bring your stuff, swap it out. Nothing too difficult. The next thing is have friends and family style you. When we think of someone styling someone else, we tend to think that it's supposed to be something, it has to be someone famous, something really fancy. It doesn't have to be like that. If you have a friend that you think is very stylish, then I think it's important that you go ahead and give them an opportunity to basically style you. It doesn't hurt if they think they want a little change. I'd be okay with throwing one of my friends a little change to be able to have them style me. I don't have to think about it. And then just having a fresh, a fresh idea, fresh look on your wardrobe if you have one of your friends or family style you. Another one that's probably usually pretty common is to sell your clothes you don't wear anymore. An example can be garage sales. Where a lot of people have bazaars or different type of pop-up shops, if you will. And it's okay. You could take clothes there to sell them. I know a lot of us have clothes in the back of the closet that probably have tags on them. I find it all the time. So I think that's a very good way. Another way to sell the clothes you don't wear anymore is finding consignment shops. Consignment shops are a big thing. You can sell clothes to them, or, you know, it's also a good place to shop as well. So sell the clothes you don't want anymore. And you're still talking about tips for updating your closet for free, basically. Craft old pieces into new ones. I thought about this and I was like, what can I do to turn something old into something new? So, like I mentioned in my introduction, I am a fashion designer. I was a designer that didn't know how to sew. So I started taking sewing classes. I could do a couple of things. So you can, you know, take the sleeves off one shirt, put them on a different shirt. You could, you know, crop it out, cut the shirt up to make it into something new. And all the time, you don't even have to use. It doesn't have to be sewn. It doesn't even have to be that fancy. You can use there's craft glue for clothing and different things. You can add. You know, we can embellish things out. That's another kind of common thing to do some crafting with your old pieces. And then if you're going to take all those tips, you need to focus on the styling. So if you know you have a certain style that you want to portray, focus on that. So when you do rearrange your clothing or you shop, try to stay in that style. If you do that, you do tend to spend less because you want to just buy a whole different array of things. You usually be focused on what piece you want to add to your wardrobe, what specific thing you want. That can go a long way. Another thing that I learned that is pretty new is turning to technology. There are actual apps out there. One is called, I saw another one called Cloth, and I'm going to show a photo of the way the app looks. So this one is called Closet, and you can basically add stuff you buy to this app. You can take pictures of the clothes in your closet. You can search for different items and go ahead and build your closet with the app. I thought that was pretty neat. They have different sections for every type of clothing you have. It will take some time, but we sit on our phones all the time at home. Take some pictures of your clothes, put them in the app, and then if you look to the right, you can build your wardrobe before you even go look for it. I think this would be neat for me, or the reason I like it is sometimes I can lay in the bed and I can start adding clothes to the app. So I'm going to try it out. I think it looks neat. It's technology. You can make it into something fun, or when you're bored, whichever direction you need to go, you can use one of those apps. I thought that was pretty neat. Let's see. I mentioned it a little bit before, but subscription services, a lot of people don't take advantage of it. I don't know if, it seems like you have to pay for it. So that's kind of, we don't want to spend money, but sometimes a subscription service will allow you to, and I'll get into some examples later, it'll allow you to, receive these clothes and you don't even have to purchase them if you send them back within a certain amount of days. So you can still kind of update your wardrobe without spending money through a subscription service. Just depends on, if you're the type of person that's going to send stuff back. Now, if you're not going to send anything back, or you're not going to stay on top of it to get back to the post office, don't sign up. But a very good way to swap things in and out of your wardrobe. The next thing is just introduce a statement accessory, where this could be a bracelet, necklace. Again, kind of a type of, when we say statement accessory, is usually something particular, or, for lack of a better word, flashy. Something that makes a statement about your style, or brings, brightens your outfit up, or brings life to an outfit. For example, those kind of the larger necklaces, a lot of those can be statement accessories. I have a particular necklace that I like that has a certain stone on it. So I try to wear that or that type of necklace now because it's one of my statement accessories that I like. It could be a bulky bracelet. bracelets kind of go in and out, and it could definitely brighten up an outfit. So get your nice bracelet. In the summer, I like to do anklets because a lot of people don't really wear them anymore. So that's one of my statement accessories. As soon as it warms up, I like to wear a lot of anklets. That's a good example. And then rework your oldies. I cleaned out my closet maybe about 3 months ago, and found some stuff that I, probably I just forgot about. Some things that might have went out of style, but I didn't give it away. Some stuff that just got hidden. We know if you keep your clothes for more than 10 years, we know it always comes back around. So, if you got items in your closet that's 10 years old, I would definitely go back to those. We work them into your wardrobe, brand new wardrobe. One thing that's coming back now are like kind of off the shoulders sweatshirts. We went through a phase, I know, in the 90s where we had a lot of sweatshirts, plain sweatshirts. You can wear, dress them up, wear with a skirt, dress them up with jewelry. I like to cut mine up. The sweatshirts for Kurvy Kitten, I like to have them cut up. So, and even the whole lounge suit. So you could take, if you bought a Kurvy Kitten lounge suit before, you could bring it back to me. I'll cut it up for you, make it look like a brand new suit. Let's see, doing pretty good on time. Another tip is experiment with layering. Add a vest, a blazer. I love blazers, but sometimes it's hard to find one. Here's an example of some layering. Add a little jacket and a sweater. Sorry, y'all. Add a jacket or sweater, over a plain shirt, or even with something with a little print. There's another one I wanted to show that had some men ideas. If you look at the different poses, you can see these are some layering ideas for men. Get you a nice, of course, a blazer. Get you a little light, jean jackets are coming back. Little leathers, a good hoodie or a good, zip up sweater or something, jacket can go good for layering. Men, y'all get away with jackets a lot. We always see the male stars on stage with their jackets on. So definitely got to have some nice blazers or even casual jackets to get you some layering going on for the fall and the winter. Let's see. Another tip is consider pieces from another season. Now, I know we do that too. So if you're not a person that packs away your clothes, you can, put some of them summer tank tops with a vest and a jacket to layer. You could take some of the thinner shirts and layer that, actually be good for layering, especially in the fall. To have something thin on with a jacket. For some odd reason, people are bringing boots into all the seasons. Now, I haven't got on the boot bandwagon yet, and I'm a lover of boots. But I can't see my calves or my feet sweating in the summertime. But we do know people will pull out a boot in the summer. That's a piece from another season. They are even making the boots now with the toes out. I ain't got into that yet. I just can't. That idea hasn't rolled all the way over for me. So I haven't gotten into the toeless boots, but that's a industry way of bringing a piece from another season into a different one. For the ladies out there, wrong one. Borrow from the boys. take their button downs. We know we already like to look, wear their boxers and things like that. Sometimes we'll sell all their hoodies. So yeah, borrow from the boys. I don't know if it came back yet, but I'm not opposed to a tie with a nice little button down blouse to bring it out. You could also take one of the boys' button downs, and you can tie them at the waist to give it a little curve. What's another thing? Hats that are made for men. We can take a hat, especially if you're going out. Probably not more on the professional side, but more of the out and about club attire. You can throw a hat on with it to make it different. What else can we borrow from the men? If you wear a lot of skirts, you can borrow their long socks. I think that's a cute look for the younger ladies. But yeah, those are, I gave you about 13 tips, 12 or 13 tips to update your wardrobe without spending any money. Borrow from the boys. We talked about consider pieces from another season. Experiment with layering. Another picture that I forgot to mention earlier is just some more ideas for women to experiment with layering. The fur vests are still in season. Those kind of came out last winter, but they're still going strong. The kind of oversized long cardigan. Of course, the smaller little jackets. Definitely blazers. So I want to make sure I got that in for y'all. Let's see. Rework your oldies to goodies. Introduce a statement accessory, subscription services, the closet app, and then focus on your styling, sell your clothes. Just different tips that you can take to get your wardrobe ready for the next season. I kind of wanted to focus more on fall and winter since we are in between seasons right now here in Oklahoma, but we know it may change tomorrow. But I'm going to say we still kind of overlapping summer and the fall. So these are just going to be some tips on how to get your fall attire together. First thing is, clean your closet out, pull all your clothes out on the bed or somewhere where you can spread them out. Something I like to do is separate them into different piles. Even while you're pulling them out, it'll just be easier to organize. So pull things out your closet, separate it into different piles on your bed. Even while you're separating, check for the things that are torn, tatty, looks worn out. You got it put to the side because you were going to take it to the alterations person and you haven't done that yet. Yes, I'm talking to myself. So take all that stuff, especially if you haven't looked at it in, I would say, at least a season, definitely in a year. If it's something you haven't looked at, past all 4 seasons, and you haven't gotten it fixed or it doesn't even look good, throw it away. Let's get rid of that pack rat syndrome and throw all that stuff away. Put your summer shoes into a storage container. Now, that's something I do personally. I have just one of those rolling Walmart containers with the lids, with the lid on it that, flaps on both sides. So I can put stuff on top of it and still get into it if I need to grab a pair of flip-flops or something. But, pack away your summer shoes. They're usually smaller shoes. Usually you can get more into a container. And it's pretty easy to at least move that out of the way. Go through all your clothes. Again, you may, throwing the tatted ones away or the ones that don't look good, but look at your clothes carefully again. Check sizes. See if it's what kind of wash, has it faded? Check all of it because there's some more things you can get rid of. Then, of course, after you make all these different piles, you've already probably decided which out of season clothes you want to keep out. If you want to keep them close to you, probably get two or three storage type of bins and get a smaller one where you can keep things that you may reach back into, like tank tops or tight things that they're kind of for warmer weather, but you can throw them on under something. So decide which of the out of season clothes that you still want to keep to mix in with your other clothes. Then, of course, while we're doing that, we have to talk about white items. I don't really buy into the whole only wear white after Labor Day thing, but just out of tradition, it's always in the back of my head. So I know I do tend to pack up white items first and get them on out of the way. But we have a lot of people that don't really buy into that anymore. I mean, there's white clothing for every season. So check your white items, see if there is something that is in this season. If it's not in the season, there's something easily that you can put in the pile to throw away. Have your storage strategy. That's good. Have your storage strategy already ready. Again, have the bins from Walmart. I mean, if you have, you can use suitcases. You can use boxes. Boxes are good. If you do use boxes, make sure you have, go ahead and get you some tape or have some kind of even the vacuum seal bags or something to put your clothes in before you put them in the box. But have your storage strategy, know where you're going to put all this stuff, before you start taking everything out. Also, with the storing, it can keep items fresh and like new. If you go ahead and if you need to wash everything up, fold it away and store it, it will definitely keep it fresh. Also, with the storage, you want to organize your storage. I'm not good at this, but this is definitely something I'm going to do better for this season. You can organize it with, again, make it fun. You don't have to make it a chore. I might just get magic markers and, write on the clear containers. If you use boxes, definitely, you can write on them if you use boxes. Get everything organized by, season or I try to keep like items together so that'll be easy. Have sweaters, shoes, all that good stuff. So we want to make sure we're organized. Where's the time? I'm only about halfway through. So after you do all of this, I kind of wanted to use this as kind of a bonus kind of discussion. That is another, it crosses seasons, but sometimes we need to refresh our office and interview wardrobe, our professional looks. You need to refresh that. That's something I have to do every so often because, you get into that rut of wearing the same thing because, it's, that's your professional look. It's a bit our work clothes. I'm just going to keep it real. That's what we call them. You got your work clothes, your work slacks, and you got your church stuff. So this next part is going to talk about refreshing your office, our interview wardrobe. We know it's the end of the year. People start, looking back on the year, seeing what they want to do. We start making goals. You might, want to find a new job. So let's refresh your office and interview wardrobe. The very first thing when it comes to office and interview is selecting the right colors. There is, I don't know, I don't want to say there are a lot of strict rules, but there's a difference between business casual and professional looks. I think a lot of people get those confused. But you want to select the right colors when you're going for a little color to maybe a professional look. I thought something like this was okay. You can still use your primary colors, but you can have, a scarf or another statement accessory to liven it up a bit. But you still want to make sure that you select the right colors. You want to have, for men and women, you want to have, a pair of dark slacks. I think it said 2 pair of dark black or navy slacks, a pair of dark gray, one other color like a burgundy or, a tan or some other kind of color that's not really primary, but it's considered professional. One of those, and then a light color. So I thought that was pretty neat. And if you think about it, when you do look for work clothes, that's kind of what I tend to go to. If I'm going specifically to look for office attire, I'm always looking for, black, blue, gray, always. Those are good base colors. You can tone it down, you can turn it up. So definitely always make sure you have black, navy, and gray. Another tip for office wear is select solid colors over patterns. Not saying you can't wear a pattern, but if you don't know, especially if you're going on interviews, if you don't really know what the dress culture is in that place, then it's better to select solid colors. Solids usually make you look more refined. It makes your body look good usually. Doesn't bring attention to unwanted areas. And we know how first impressions are everything. So sometimes solid color is just more, you just have a more calming presence. You don't seem, for lack of a better term, wild or, over the top with a lot of patterns for the office. Another thing is keeping it simple. This is another good tip for interviews, especially if you don't know the culture. Sometimes a lot of times we like to think the way we dress, people are judging us, but sometimes that may just simply come down to, getting a job over somebody else. And a good example I always remember is in high school, I was a debater. And if you were first starting to debate or a freshman or on JV, when you came in, there was like this whole discussion over attire. When you're in front of people and you're talking and you're debating, sometimes it can go either way. Sometimes if you have on a nice, statement piece that may bring attention to you, sometimes it may be too much. So if you're talking and you get into a heated discussion, bolder items and things may make you seem a little bit more aggressive. So I do remember one time we were tied for an event, and the judge wrote on the judging sheet. He was like, everybody spoke so well. He actually wrote that he liked the shoes I had on, and they were just a simple pair, black baby doll shoes. I remember winning by a hair because of just a simple black shoe I had. So you can still keep it simple, keep it traditional, and you just never know. It's to me, it's better to err on the cautious side. If you are, in your office and you just want to update your wardrobe, think about the office culture. Especially if you're new. I'm in a new place of employment right now, and so I had to kind of learn the office culture. I joke about it, and if you're my Facebook friend, you probably see me kind of post about it or maybe in a comment. I said when I first got there, I was like, man, everybody here is dressed so nice. It's like the housewives of Atlanta in here. So I was like, okay, now I know what I need to do. I need to turn it up. I need to update my wardrobe. So it's good to know the office culture, kind of see how everybody else is dressed. Don't make it stressful. It doesn't have to be a stressful situation, but I think it's okay when in Rome, dress like the Romans. Another thing for if you know the office, but if you're doing for an interview, of course, you're not going to know the office culture. So before your interview, just research the company. Again, for my current position, I did a lot of research of the position and the company, things that I thought it would do. I looked at other states for that position to see what type of position it is, what would I be doing, and what kind of attire I would need to wear. So you can research the company, and definitely always be ready. Be ready as far as on time. Have you ever noticed that when you rush to get somewhere and you're not ready for something, like it's like your clothes always something ain't right. It always don't feel right. It's gonna be wrinkled, or it's gonna have sweat spots or something because you're rushing and you're not ready for it. So all of these tips can help you be prepared and be ready at all times. But you definitely want to be ready for office and if you're looking for a job and on interviews. Another, let's see, just quick tip I wanted to give. I mentioned earlier about kind of knowing what's, business and business casual. If we look at something like this, and I don't know how that picture got cut off, but if we look at something like this is more business. You're usually going to have a jacket with it. It's going to be a suit or some type of, jacket and bottom. So that's business. And then when they say business casual, then it's something more like this. You can have a nice top and bottom. Men or women don't really have to have blazers or jackets. Even a shirt and tie, or even just a regular shirt. Kind of see the guy in the back. So make sure you know the difference between business and business casual, especially if you're trying to make an impression on a new job. Let's see. Let me get back to these notes. I said I was going to give you some tips on subscriptions. Going back to subscriptions, there is a company called Frank and Oak, like FRANK. I'm gonna type these. Well, I'll tell you later. So there's a company called Frank and Oak for subscriptions. What they do is they actually let you look at the custom box that's picked, items picked based on you doing a questionnaire, telling them what your style is and your size, and they'll let you preview a custom box before it's even shipped. Then if you like that box, you select it, and you have 7 days to choose which items you want to keep or send back. Now, that particular subscription is about $25 a month. What happens is you can keep paying $25. If you never buy anything, the $25 acts as a credit. Or if you keep some items from the box, the $25 comes off of whatever item you purchase. Another one is called Daily Look. And I kept seeing this. I put it in Google and they had a lot of information. It's called Daily Look. And with them, I thought this was a really good deal because you can get 12 pieces a month. And it is a little more expensive subscription fee, but it's 12 items. And I mean, when I say items, it's, shirts and pants and skirts. So 12 items. The subscription is $40 a month. A little bit more expensive, but again, they use that as a credit towards if you're going to purchase anything. Let me see if they have how many days. It doesn't give me the days without signing up of how many days you have to pick and choose. So I'm sure there's a day limit because if you don't send it back, they're going to charge you probably for all 12 items. But I thought that's pretty neat. Another one is called Stitch Fix. And Stitch Fix, I want to say, has items for men too. A lot of these companies, sorry guys, this has stuff for women because they know we spend more money on clothes usually. This subscription is called Stitch Fix. What they do is you get 5 pieces. They automatically send them out to you based on your questionnaire and profile. 5 pieces, and you have 3 days to decide if you want it. So whatever you pick or don't pick, you have to send it back or keep it within 3 days. That subscription is $25 a month. They do the same thing. They credit that $25 towards any purchases you want to make. Let's see. Now, those are a lot of economical ones. Now, there are some upscale ones. This next one is called Rent the Runway. And their subscription is $159 or $149. $159 a month. You can pick out of 4 items. You can pick 4 items out of the box. Yeah, you can pick 4 or more designer items out of the box for that $159. I guess per box you'll see the content to know, how much it costs and if it fits within that $159 budget. $159 a month. That's pretty steep. But if you think about somebody, if you're shopping more than that a month and you like the finer things in life, hey, you probably could find a deal. If you out here buying $200, $300 shoes, B, if you watching this, no. I got a couple of bougie friends. Mom, yeah. Rochelle, there are subscriptions. You can get your designer items for a decent price a month. This last one I want to talk about is something new. It's called Rocks the Box. And this is actually a subscription for jewelry. I didn't sign up, so I'm not sure how high the jewelry goes up, if it's costume jewelry or, if there's, real gold or expensive items in these subscription boxes. But if you even look at this one, I mean, it's stuff I would wear. I thought that was pretty neat. I hadn't heard about the jewelry ones. They describe it as bling, and on this one, it's it's $21 a month, but what it is you can keep the items, the bling, as they say, you can keep them on loan. Like they're on loan to you for you're renting them for $21. When you're tired of wearing it, you send it back, they send you more pieces. So I'm like, that's really cool, especially, like I said, I don't know what, kind of pieces they use, but especially if they get into, different colors. If you're a person that, loves accessories and you get tired of them or you have too many, this would be a good way to send the items back after you get through wearing them and get a fresh new set of items. I thought that was really neat. I may be something up for Rocks the Box to give y'all. So I would go on location and do a little research for the bling. That's pretty much all I have. I want to remind everybody that my clothing line, Kurvy Kitten, is having a sale. If you are coming to homecoming next week, Langston University's homecoming, this is the long sleeve tee that's inspired by Langston. It says, "I'm a Kurvy Kitten" on the front, and on the back it says, "But I still roar." Those are on sale right now. You can get them at www.kurvykittens.com. I will put the website up. And while I'm talking about Kurvy Kitten, let's do a special sale for the people that are watching. Yes, if you're watching and you want to purchase some Kurvy Kitten, inbox me. I'm Kellye Johnson on Facebook. Or request me as a friend, and I will give you a special coupon for, let's see, we'll do 25% off. We'll do that. Give you a coupon for 25% off. Matter of fact, you can share this video, request me as a friend, inbox me, any kind of communication on Facebook, social media, or Twitter, and you will get a 25% coupon. I'll definitely do that for you. I always like to remind people of the Kurvy Kitten motto. We're more than a clothing line. We're a movement to show women that loving each other no matter what size, loving themselves no matter what size is the foundation for loving each other. So y'all remember that. Get you some Kurvy Kitten. We talked about tips to update your wardrobe. So I want to see y'all in some blazers. I may even start that on the Kurvy Kitten page. Let me see what y'all wearing for the new season. See how y'all bring your fall in. So this is Kellz with Scoop Nation. This has been part of our Refresh and Rebuild series. We do have one more night. It's been going on all week. We had a refresh. What was the first one? I watched it, but I don't remember what it was. With Cicely Victoria, the fire starter, we had the refresh something. My bad. And then the radio show, we did Refresh Your Business. And last night, Winfrey did Refreshing and Rebuilding Your Purpose. Tonight was Refresh and Rebuild Your Fashion. And then tomorrow, Q Willis will be talking about customer service refreshing your customer service strategy for your businesses. So we had something for everybody. Thank you to everyone on the live that stopped by, that watched. Please share. Share any comments, questions. If you want, you can hit me up. And that's all I have. Hope to see y'all tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.